Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Verdansk Airlines, taking you through the 1984s and showing you the new map, every single point of interest that we have had before, but in different this time, pointing out the changes and how the map and now looks, what is different, what is the same, where are new buildings. Let's get ready for a whole tour through Verdansk.
First and most important, I really do enjoy that we're actually jumping from helicopters, that we're not jumping from the plane anymore. It's a subtle change, but it does, from a psychological effect, at least not make you see the same picture over and over and over again. So being able to drop now from that weird ass helicopter instead really from the airplane is definitely a good thing they did. Also, dare take my helicopter, bro. Well, he's going to the anus of prison, as it seems. Weird. So, point of interest number one, prison. Not much change. Obviously, color palette updated. Looks very good, bright and natural. But all in all, it is pretty much the same as we can see here. Let's check the status of the zips. There is still the zip there. There are still the backside zips. So, the zips are still existing. They did not take them out. That's a very good one. That would have been a tremendous step back. Let's rotate counterclockwise, so farm, lumber, salt, and so on, and go for that. We have a farmland. Farmland has not been very much of a destruction zone, so I don't see what could have had on farmland. It is more or less the same. What I do see though, and I don't know if you noticed this too, guys, but there are way more trees than they were before. We've had a lot of trees already, but in general I feel like we do have even more, and you'll notice that throughout the map that there's more greenery now that actually provides bonus cover. Don't you dare shooting me. And that is pretty good, to be honest, because the bonus cover is a nice addition to the game, definitely making it all a little bit more visible. Now we're in lumber, and they're the quarry buildings, and what I would really like to know is how the interior of the quarry building looks now. Just all in all, the whole palette of colors and the whole darkness of the rooms just looks better. Look at this. There are more light sources. Like these here used to be ultra dark, but see, there's the light source here right now, so you can actually go for that. There's also a light source here, so there's no utter darkness under the stairs anymore. This also is brighter. So all in all, the interior now has active lighting, and therefore it is not that dark anymore, and you can't get bamboozled. This way darker here, the light that's falling in here and the actual lights that are on now just made the whole map more lively, and that is pretty much the black rose nerve they were talking about, I assume. We all know how those buildings usually tend to just straight up kill you, and now they're actually not the worst anymore. That is fantastic. You have little shanty town here. All the buildings just have a new color palette sprayed on. Let's actually land here at Fire Station 2 to check out how much the fire station interior now looks with the new lightning solution. Oh, that is way better. There's no black rose going to be hiding in a single corner. Wow, this is absolutely bright. And that is absolutely without NVIDIA filters already. Damn, son. Oh, wow. This, like the brightness in general that you have in every room. This wasn't the most dark building. We're definitely going to go into the dark buildings to see if they're still that dark as they have been before. Now off to my most interesting place. We have first IKEA town. IKEA is not blue anymore, it's red, so we need a new furniture series that is now red. As you can see, that tree was not before, that tree was not there before. I actually do know that. So there are new trees here that makes the map look more lively and give you more cover, which is actually pretty cool if you think about it. So before a lot of rotations, there weren't trees here too. And if you had to push down here, you only had 1 or 2 stones to hide behind. But now actively, you have more cover to actually rotate through the map. Also, this field here had some trees, but now has even more trees. So you have more things to actually hide behind and be able to then push through. Quarry looks beautiful now. It's all in all unchanged from a building composition wise. They took away the backside of Quarry though. That is very interesting. So the huge ass building at the backside of Quarry is gone. We have these salt fields, and this whole area here has now a little bunker that you might be able to access later on. I mean, right now you can't go in, right? Right now you can't go in, but we all know that Warzone plans things ahead, so there might be new tunnels coming. There is a tunnel here too. Okay, so that is really meaning there is going to be a mineshaft system coming back here. That's really interesting. Some loot caves maybe. I love that. There's a cabin in the woods even here. This area here looks so beautiful. Imagine an end zone ending here. It's not the good old whoever is highest wins. No, this has nooks, crannies, downsides. Like the whole hill area here is now a way more skilled area to fight against, to fight around. And it's not like the same. Oh, this is completely bullshit. Oh, there's another tunnel. Oh, what do we have here, little Jimmy? Ah, damn, son, this is gonna be great. There's a whole shaft system back here. Ah, damn, I love that. Already seeing like potential future things. As we learned from Warzone, they love to take these assets and then use them in the future. So the whole hill area here is now completely changed. The density of trees is mental, and you can now fight properly around this, and you can access it everywhere. So they de-sloped it, that you can actually get up everywhere and you're not caught down anywhere anymore. Same here as we had it before, nothing changed, but you can get up on the mountains. And now let's look at a military base point of interest. That we have the bunkers that we have had before. There is still the helicopter. Might think about actually exchanging my helicopter for this one, because then I have a healthy one. Welcome to Verdansk Airlines number 2. Military base has 2 new barrack buildings. So the ones where only the tents were have barracks now. There's another barracks. So we have these juicy buildings going on. Might be wanting to land here just to throw an eye in. And the building is bright as hell. Again, every single building is bright as hell. These are the same buildings as there are on hospital. Okay, that's good to know. So the ill barracks kind of building thingies that we have in hospital are now here in military base too, and they're just so beautiful bright inside. The new color palette is just amazing. Like, anyone saying that the color palette is an absolute fire is just a hater. When the map is beautiful, the map is bright and just looking good. We're gonna be flying now towards the dam to check out how much we like dam. He broke my plate. Real weirdo. Stop shooting me. Stop shooting my helicopter. Back here, there's nothing of interest. Everything is the same. This hilly area has not much changed. I do believe there are more trees too than there were before, because I remember there being very bold spots. So in general, more trees than before. And Jesus Christ, what is this? There is a new little radar town with a heli landing pad. Then there is actually a, ooh, you can get over there on the little trailer cars. That is so cool. You can get in the bottom below too, and you have an end game here too. So there's another radar with going in and around, and there's a tower here. Then we go past. The ATC is untouched. That is absolutely a bummer. If you think about it, ATC has been one of the most annoying buildings. If they would replace the zip through a staircase, I think ATC would actually be perfectly balanced. But not replacing the zip through a staircase is just a huge mistake in my eyes. I don't see a remote reason why they have done that. Just zip away, staircase in, and we're good to go. Parking lot is the same, but how does airport look right now? Parking my helicopter here, hoping that no one yoinky doodles in. Bam, airport, everything is still intact. There's not, the hole that used to be here to go down is now a staircase. That's really cool. So it's the same layout, just updated layout pretty much. We have all the rooms. You can't easily look in this anymore, so it's more like a hidey hole fiesta now. Bam, airport, you are so beautiful no matter what they say. You can still get in the airplane, but the intact airplane now, that is great. The whole airport being a different area now. One thing I do notice though is that there is a missing the cinder blocks and the big concrete yoinky doodles that were in the middle. Here also the airport, as I meant, is now a bit clearer area. So now crossing the airport will actually be pain. They kind of nerfed airport a lot. It used to be a better area to traverse around if you had to push through, because there were still those big cinder ass block thingies, and there was the hole in the ground, and that hole was very important because the hole was actually being able to then go over the airport with always getting killed from ATC. So they kind of brought airport back to where it was before, and I don't like that. I have not noticed this, but there are more trailer carts where you can actually get on top of dam. Oh, this is so cool. I like the idea of these trailer carts, even though you'll never take them because they're gonna be your death. Radar array station. If not everyone and their sweet ass mommies is gonna land here, then I don't know what's gonna... Oh no, they speeded away. I would have almost fallen down. So you can zip down here, zip up here. You have the whole station going on. There is a loot here. What a beautiful thing. Hey guys, imagine sitting here with your little sniper. Itty witty sniper. And just shooting down on everyone. What a beautiful new area. Hello. Walking down, looking good. Drive by snipe. Or none. That's just perfect. The ride is short. The ride is short enough to not have you stuck on the ride. After airport, our next stopping route is Storage Town and Boneyard. Airport is absolutely fantastic the way it looks right now. Still going to say though that I'm scared of the airfield. When you have to rotate over that, you really have to plan ahead of time. All in all though, way more trees here too. Again, do you remember how many trees were there in this area in front? Yep, there is even more now to hide behind. Storage Town looks pretty juicy, I'm not gonna lie. I also like the new look of this building. The bland white wasn't just it. Now having the brakes and everything makes it look way better. And there is a missile locking. That's fantastic because I don't have my headset on and I actually don't know when to divert the missile. As we're gliding over Boneyard, you do notice it is more or less the same. There's a new tiny building here. There's a new one here too. But all in all, it is what it is. But there are more trees around here. So again, more tiny hidey holes, more tiny spots to sit behind, which I do believe is really cool because it just allows more tactical gameplay. There is one of these warehouses now here, and let's get into the next helicopter to keep discovering. Next hold, Promenade West, Hills train station east, and then we're going for Superstore and the new factory. Hills is very cool how they actually updated it because it was this destroyed, half constructed town. I mean, this intersection here did not change at all, but up here now we have a new farm. Instead of just having like these destroyed buildings, there's actually a farm here, and this looks so cool with all the trees and everything. This is finally like a good end zone that I would be excited to fight around, and not like these weird ass half destroyed buildings. Also, we have the giant nuke spot. There's the bunker here where the statue's being constructed on top, now being like a supply depot. That's how it looks. The whole hills area has not changed much, just that we are getting way more trees. Remember how many trees here were? None. And now there's so many trees that you can actually push through this and play this area correctly for end games. This is really good, and it's concerning again, like how do they make more areas playable by giving more trees, where they then just destroy the airfield strip to play around. Oh, there is the construction happening of this building. This looks super cool. So instead of all the big buildings being done, there's one of the big buildings that ain't done yet, and you can play around there. This looks super cool. That is very nice touch that they actually show us how one building is being built and not how all buildings are. Let me quickly land on train station because I really would like to know how train station now looks from the inside, especially how the lighting is from the inside. You look at it now, damn, very good, very bright, extremely bright if I'm honest, and the whole thing just looks so on top. I will never get oh my goodness, everything working, all the light sources. I will never get surprised by a black rose in this again. This is so much better for the overall quality of life of the game, in my opinion, that you can actually see inside buildings now. Pretty damn good alteration. Now let me finish my course counterclockwise, and then we will go to the new point of interest, the factory. So we're going to go now over downtown, TV station, and get where we would like to be. The prominent area does look more or less the same. I would have liked if the wheel would have actually turned, the big giant wheel, but no, it doesn't. Hospital is also looking more or less the same. There's a helicopter still there. Let me land quickly in Hospital 2 to show you how bright it is inside. So if it is working or if they actually screwed a building up. But so far, I'm more than positive about this. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. Very nice, very good, very visible. Yes, I shall not get surprised by you again, Black Rose. The tents are gone. This whole area here is a bit open now again, but it's not as open as the airfield area, so this is fine. You can rotate around very good. Also, same construction thing we talked about is also happening to Trump Tower, or Biden Tower, how we like to call it nowadays. It is being half constructed. There is this crane. You can definitely land on it, so that's pretty cute. I love that. And being able to just be on top of this building here, being now a better snipey loadout though. A snipey hideout though. Again, cool to see like the construction thingy. And then stadium is just not even being half done. I've not been there, haven't seen a single picture. The whole area get changed, so there's a construction site around here now. That's really cool. This whole area is now way more fun to play around because it was always shit if you had to rotate out of stadium. Now it ain't shit anymore. Stadium itself inside looks brilliant. It's obviously a whole construction site. It doesn't have all the insides and outsides anymore where you can play around. I think you can go in here, right? Yeah, you could go in here and run that. That's cool. Not dark, but not too dark. I'm happy with that. Stadium area, absolutely fire. What is this array that we have been talking about now too? This little shantytown get cleaned up very nicely. There's a new building here that hasn't been there before. Water treatment is not the water treatment building anymore, so this changed also significantly that point of interest. I did never like how it looked. It was really stupid, these two buildings, and you could not really see anything in that one building. It was easy to hide. We have the array here that is completely nuked actually and not visible. You can zip up, you can be here, you can snipe around. I like that you can zip up here, you walk around. Oh, that's cool. You can have a full 4-man team with snipers sitting on top of that and being a menace to the battlefield. I like this array area. That's pretty cool. The TV station is also very much graphically updated. Let's quickly go inside to see how dark TV is, because TV has been one of the darker areas that I really never appreciated to be in and around. That's good. Decent. How's this area? Oh, that is perfect. You used to barely see anything around this. Very good. I love this. Especially seeing all these things restored to order is very cool. Like, considering everything was like in mambo jambo shambles, flying around, thrown around, and now it's back in order. That makes it look so good. And now off to the new point of interest, ladies and gentlemen, the factory area. In the factory area, airplanes are being created as far as I understood, right? We have trucks there, we have a little factory building, and we have the big factory itself. Hangar doors are open. It's like there's an airplane being constructed here right now, as we said. There's another one of these quarry buildings. Let's fly in there with our parachute. I have to say, this is really great that we're getting this cool point of interest. This area is pretty dark in comparison to others. You have lights still shining in. I do love it though. Like, having just a new area here is cool. Having a new complete point of interest. This is just a blast. I love this already. Question obviously now, last but not least, guys, Superstore. How dark or bright is Superstore in this update? Same entry points, loading bay, and everything, so nothing has changed about that. You can go up and around. Yep, thank you, Superstore, for not being a dark, unruly mess anymore. Yes, you can hide better and everywhere now. Like, here's way more spots where you can be annoying in. But all in all, Superstore is better now. You can at least see something. Ladies and gentlemen, all these Verdansk 84 changes have me really excited. Being able to now have new points of interest, and also whenever I go somewhere discovering new tiny pinpricks of something new, will definitely keep up my love for the Warzone for the next month to come. Obviously, now I want to see this map growing as we saw the old map growing. So I want to see here also new points of interest rising, something getting bombed away, there's a crater coming. So slowly this map has to turn over the next month into the old map, somewhere in that direction, getting like updates and stuff like that, things getting bombed away. That would be cool to see that it just keeps fresh. And then obviously at some point we will want a new map. Probably at the Vanguard 2021, I could imagine that they're going to be announced one. So like roughly in 5-4 months, that we're then going to get an update on a new map, more 6 months most likely. What do you think so far of what you've seen of new Verdansk? I am really excited to actually dive in, play this now for day in, day out, month and month to come, because it is the same map, yes, but the color palette is different. The whole quality of life gameplay is now improved because I can actually see in buildings. And I think the overall frustration with the game and the map will be lower now. Obviously, there's still some points like the ATC tower that should have a staircase instead of a zip. But apart from that, I'm very excited to try this out. Definitely drop me in the comments below what you think. Also, vent your frustration if you're still angry about no new map. For me, it was sure that there's no new map and we're just going to get an updated Verdansk. So I'm not disappointed. I'm just happy that we have what we have and it does look very good. Now let's get on and enjoy some Verdansk 84.